Yo, 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 Panther Nation, what's going on? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
And I am your favorite couch scout
Ah, ah, ah,
extraordinaire,
ah, ah, ah,
aka
ah.
Pastor Trenches. Come on, man.
Mm-mm,
Cannot
mm-mm.
do me. Come on now. You got
No,
you
Pat,
got you
that
gotta
Couch
cut this
Scout
one.
Extraordinaire is no more, man. It's only past the trenches from here on out. What's good, cousin? How you doing?
Well, I was all right, I guess. I guess I'm all right.
You guess you all right?
What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing, man. Nothing, man. Nothing, man. Chilling. Another beautiful day, dog. Hey, we had a close one yesterday, cuz. We had a close one, man. What you think about the game overall?
Even in the loss, I was excited.
Okay.
Even in the loss, I was excited. I got more than what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said in our preview, um, I just wanted to see Bryce continue to continue pouring concrete, continue to build off the um game in Germany. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really care about the outcome of the game, whether we won or lost. My main thing was wanting to see the progression of Bryce and what he would look like. Well, to my surprise, not only do we see the progression of Bryce, but the progression of the team as a whole. And I think a lot of that has to do with his progression, I did not expect to see them go toe to toe with the two-time defending champs and arguably the best quarterback on the planet. So yeah, I was definitely surprised. I feel like I got my money worth, even though I watched it from the couch. What about you, cuz? What do you think about the game Sunday?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I like what I saw. Now I'm always upset if we don't win. Always. That's not going to change with me. Okay. I'm mad we didn't
Right.
get the win, but I'm not mad at the Panthers. As a team per se. We
Right.
talked about this on the preview. We wanted the Panthers to go out there. We wanted them to look competent. We wanted them to compete. We wanted them to look like they knew how to play football. And
Right.
that balance was greatly shifted towards the offense, in my opinion. Um, to me, the defense was still Swiss cheese for 3 quarters, and then decided that they actually, kind of sort of wanted to play some in the fourth
Or the
quarter.
buck down.
Yeah,
Hmm.
just a little bit, just a
Right.
little bit. Now the Chiefs punted 2 straight drives. If we could have got them, if we could have held them on that last one, you never know what could have been. But overall, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm mainly happy, like you said, that that the offense went out there and moved the ball against the Chiefs defense, which is a top 5 defense. So I
Yes.
was pleased. I was
Yeah.
pleased. I was in here screaming, hollering, cutting up. My wife had to put the headphones on the other side because I was in here yelling and slapping the table every time we did something good and stuff. But yeah, man, I'm pleased. I still wish we could have pulled that one out. That would have really been
Yeah.
the icing on the cake. But overall, I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
That
Yeah.
that's how I was. That's how I was too. Especially as the game went on, especially in the second half,
Hmm.
and I was like, you know what, we may have, we may actually have a chance to pull this off. You know what I'm saying? And then when we
Hmm.
went down there and scored, and then got a 2-point conversion, and tied the game up, I was like, oh shit. I kind of went from not caring how the outcome what the outcome was to saying, okay, I think we got a chance to win this thing. You know what I'm saying? I got a little extra, got a little excited there for a minute, and then you know the defense, they'll find a way to let us down, won't they? they,
You know
they
what?
they'll find a
This
way, boy.
this year, yes. Okay, and it's like
Yeah.
it's a role reversal from last year. Over the last
Hmm.
the last 4 games, it's well, say the last three, and then you throw in the Denver game if you want to. From my perspective, they've really well, they did just enough versus the Giants and the Saints. Okay, I think they really could have done a
Hmm.
little more if we wanted to be more comfortable in the wins, but we won. Okay, now like I said, I think it's a little bit of a role reversal because last year the defense was consistently, even though it still wasn't a good defense, especially against the run. Okay, but they consistently did
Right.
enough to for us to be in a position to win, but the
Yeah.
offense couldn't do anything. Now we get to that spot again where now the first few games of the season it was neither one. Offense nor defense couldn't get together. We had a game against the Raiders. Defense stepped up, played okay. Offense played great. Okay, then we had another stretch there where the offense put up numbers and the defense just couldn't hold anybody. And then, like I said, the Denver game, it was kind of, and you can go either way on that one. They made it happen for two
Yeah.
games, and then they I think they played good. Don't get me wrong, they played good, but they had 3 quarters of being literal Swiss cheese, and then they started to do something in the fourth. And I wish we could have got to the point where they would have made a few stops earlier in the game. Compiled that with how the Panthers were just driving up and down the field. We
Right.
might have had the chance at the win. So, but overall, I'm happy though. I'm happy. But all right, but let me welcome
Yeah.
everybody that's here joining us. Okay, if you're watching this on YouTube, Twix, that's a mixture of Twitter and X as we like to call it. Facebook, welcome. All right, if this is your first time to the channel, please do us a favor. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Give us a follow on Twix. Like us on Facebook. We appreciate it. You can catch us at all social media at Two Fans in the Stands and over on Twix at Two Fans INTS. And also, I know I don't have it on the screen here, but we do have a TikTok account. So all the reels and shorts and stuff that I post on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I also post them over on TikTok. If you're a TikTok fan, go over there and check us out as well. We definitely appreciate it. All right, so
And
let me get. Go
and
ahead, Tom.
also hit that like button, man. Run those likes up for us. We'll
Yes,
greatly appreciate it. It does
yes.
help us with the algorithm. So if you haven't hit the like button yet, just take 5 seconds out of your time right now. Don't cost you anything. Hit that like button for us.
All right, and it don't take 5 seconds. He's old, so. All right, so let's get into the, the comments here.
That's why I said
Uh,
it don't take 5 seconds.
okay, cool. My bad, man. Laugh, dog. Trying to make you laugh. You over there like a stump in the ground, man. It's all good. All right. Nervash said Bryce is looking good. I can admit that as a Bryce hater. You know what?
What's up,
I applaud you
Nerve?
for that. I applaud you for that comment. You know
Definitely
what?
applaud you for that.
Yes, you can hate Bryce all you want to, but damn it, when he does something good, just say he does something good. We appreciate that one. And what's up to
Exactly.
you as well. All right. Nervash again said, I think this was the best performance of his career. Given the Chiefs defense
Facts.
this year, it's probably way better than Green Bay's defense last year when we faced him. That is a fact. That is definitely a fact. That Chiefs
Yeah.
defense is better than the Green Bay defense last year.
So one thing about Steve Spagnuolo and most great or good coordinators will do this to you, th- especially when they know that you've been struggling, things like that. They would
Mm,
throw the kitchen sink at you to try to rattle you. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to load the box up, take away the strength of our team, which was the run game, and put it on Bryce Young arm and see if he can beat you passing the ball. So I know so many people were talking about or probably were saying, I wish we would run the ball more, run the ball more, run the ball more. Well, you can't run the ball more when there's 8 men in the box
mm,
constantly all day. So I think from from my vantage point, when they saw that they couldn't get to Bryce and they couldn't rattle him, second half adjustment, they backed off a little bit, and that's when you see our running game start picking up. You know what I'm saying? They made
yes.
a second half
Mm-hmm.
adjustments. We made ours, and our running game that we wanted to see in the first half, we saw in the second half, and it came to life. Steve Spagnuolo tried everything. He tried everything and it couldn't get to Bryce. So I commend Bryce on that. I commend the offensive line on the protection. I told you we was gonna see a lot of 12 personnel. We was gonna see a lot of
Mm-hmm.
heavy personnel, max protection to give him time. And even when the blitz did get through, he stared down the barrel of the gun and let it rip. That's all I want to say. Thank you for my TED talk.
I gotcha. Roadmaster, what's going on? He said, yo, hell of a game. Yes, it was a hell of a
What's
game.
up, Roadmaster?
Bradley Champion, what's going on? He said, what's good, fellas?
What's up,
Shannon
Bradley?
Tyler, what's up, fellas? Just still keep pounding. Yes, keep pounding Maine. You gotta add the Maine on the end of that. We got to make
That's
that
right.
a thing, y'all. Keep pounding Maine. We got to get that out there to the world. SC
What's
Page
going on?
4. What's up, guys? We got our
SC.
quarterback of the future. Yeah. It's trending that way. It's trending that way. But
Looks
we're gonna
that
get into
way.
that in a little bit. Yeah, it's trending that way. Kent Sullivan, what's going on? The fact that the Panthers came from behind and made it a competitive game was a win for me. Go Panthers. Facts. Facts.
Appreciate that, Kent. You're absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm. Roadmaster said that was a whole new Bryce. It was. It was. And I wouldn't say like a whole new. You've been seeing it, slowly but surely for the past couple games. But no, you know what? Yeah, I'm agree with you, Roadmaster. No, let me
Can
change my mind. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
can I say it now? Can I ask the question?
No, not right now. Not right now. We're gonna get in that in a
No,
second.
no.
Not right now.
Okay.
Let me get through the comments for them because I'm behind. All right,
All
and I
right.
got a super chat
I
down here
need you
somewhere.
tag. I need you tag me in when it comes. Just tag me
Don't worry, I'm gonna tag you in. I'm gonna lean back in the chair and catch me a nap. All right, the Jadarius experience. What's going on? Crazy to think Bryce actually had a good game against a good defense. Wild, ain't it?
in. Yeah. Yeah. I can't say. Hey, I did not expect it. Yeah. Yeah. You're exactly right.
Bradley said we were watching Bryce grow up before our eyes. He was dropping absolute dimes. Yes. Thank you,
Fact.
Roadmaster. Thank you. Thank you. I ain't. Yes. Thank you. Right here. Look, make that
You know
hashtag.
what? Only reason why I'm gonna say just put pause on that a little bit. There were some things that he was doing yesterday defensively that we haven't seen um Ivero do a lot of since he's been here. I seen
Mm-hmm.
some corner blitzes. I seen some mug the front the from the A and B gap, not double A gap, but the A and B gap. Bringing pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina is the only team thus far in this season to have sacked Patrick Mahomes more than 5 times.
Okay. I thought it was five on the
The
dot.
on
Was it more than
Yeah,
five?
it said 5 plus times is what I
Okay.
the stat that I read. The stat that I read. We're the
Okay.
only team to get out there and sack Patrick Mahomes more than 5 times. So when I saw that, I was like, "What?" I was
Mm.
like, yeah, that made me happy. I was like, okay, because when I was watching the game and I was seeing the blitzes, he was dialing them up a little bit. I was like, okay, Vero,
Mm-hmm.
I see you getting in your bag a little bit. So I gotta tip my hat just a little bit. I ain't saying I'm going crazy with it, but I gotta give him a little bit of credit, because that's something that we have been talking about all year, like where the blitz is at.
Mm-hmm.
Send pressure, create some type of pressure, and he did that yesterday. So I gotta tip my hat to him on that.
All right. Cool beans. Tip Drill Will, what's going on? He said, what's up, fellas? Uh Roadmaster again, can't even hate. Bryce did his thing yesterday. Double O Kane, what's going on, dog? Even though the national media won't give us credit, I see the team making a step closer to being solid. Yes,
What's
yes,
up, Double OK?
I think we will probably, hopefully, that step will turn into a leap come draft and a free agency in the off season. Rock Jones, what's going on? So we are starting to turn that corner as a team. I believe so. I believe
I
so.
believe so. Yeah,
Dane Jackson gave up on the 33-yard Mahomes run. All sports media calling it out. Yeah, he did. He gave up on
he
that run.
did.
He missed about 37 tackles. He gave up the touchdown to what's a man named I forgot who
He said
83 was.
37.
I'm bruh. I
No,
will
no,
get
no, no, no,
yeah.
no
We'll get to that in a
exaggeration. No
minute. Yeah.
exaggeration. Yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah,
But yeah. Hey,
but
Roadmaster, you hitting them tonight, dog.
hey,
Hey.
Dane, Dane Jackson is officially in my Ian Thomas category.
All right, bet.
Now
Well,
you
look,
know
but
you
we'll
got
we'll
to
get into
be
that in a second.
yeah, you
Hey,
got to be
hold
mad
that
at me
thought.
over there.
Hold that
Yeah.
thought. All right. Double OK defense did enough yesterday, especially against Mahomes. Red zone killed us. If those threes were sevens, we would have won. You know what? That is a valid point. That is a
Yeah.
valid point. We'll get into that
At
too in a
least
minute.
one of them. At least
Yeah.
one of
Mr. Hunky Door, what's going on? Late cooking supper. Wanted to
them.
say our
Mr. Hunky
rebuild is
Dory.
going well. We are seeing major improvements. Yes. Yes, we are. What's going on, Kevin Hubbard? Yes, sir. Keep pounding, man. David
Keep
Gore said,
pounding. What's up,
man, I
Kevin?
was jumping up and down. Let me tell you. Now I wanted to, but I was afraid my knee was probably gonna pop out the socket or something. So I was joyfully, trying not to break the table here because I. Cheryl Rose, bro, what's going on? So it was a great game. I was
Mr. What's
proud.
going on?
Keep pounding. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Don't
ma'am.
okay. Bryce looked great against the blitz. Yes, he did.
Yes,
Absolutely
he
did.
did.
What's going on, Nader? We should draft
I
all
got another
defense.
stat about that
Hey,
one too.
me and Doug talked about this earlier. I would not be mad at that at all. At all.
Mm-mm. But
Roadmaster
hey,
said, huh?
one real quick, Bryce Young was 11 to 14 for 123 yards and a touchdown against the blitz, and 9 of 16 for 165 yards on throws, 10 or more yards down the field.
Hey, there you go. There you go.
Bryce Young, have yourself a day, sir.
Yes, sir. Roadmaster said, I'm the number one Bryce hater, but I gotta give him props on yesterday. Yes, sir. Hey, Tip Drill
Appreciate
Will,
that, bro,
thank you
man.
for the $2 super chat. He said BOA was electric. Chiefs fans left in shock. I bet you they did. I bet you they did. They was like, let's get the hell out of here, folks.
Hey, Tim Drill Will, what's going on, man? Hey, even Patrick Mahomes was like he was a little nervous in his post game press conference. Uh, uh, that the Panthers, came back and tied the game, and pretty much just made it a game. You know what I'm saying? I
hmm
think they were really relieved that they got out of there with a victory.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
All right, Native said Bank of America was ridiculous yesterday. All red. Said this shit need to stop. Yeah, but you know what though? You know what though? If we continue to go in the right direction, more of our fans will
Mhm.
be in the stadium. You probably have an
Right.
issue where a lot of our fans, season ticket holders, are selling their
Right.
tickets. People that have bought tickets in advance, maybe not season
Mhm.
ticket holders. Like, you know what? Sold the tickets weeks ago, and like, damn, I wish I didn't sell them then. But yeah,
Because
Black
nobody,
Fire.
nobody expected Carolina to play like they played yesterday. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Blackfire says shout out to Canals for rejuvenating this team. Excited for the offense. And Dan Morgan. Make sure you throw Dan in there as well.
that's right, Dan.
Kevin
Too.
Hubbard. I'm so glad Red on the other part. So I'm so glad Red on the other podcast right now. I'm tired of him. He's low key Panther fan anyway. I talk about Red Swarm, aka Blue
Yeah, I know.
Claw. Let me tell you, he is a Panther fan. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. I hope he shows up in the chat over here. Look, somebody go over there and tell him when he done yelling with his third cousins to come over here and holler at us. Deontay, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up, Deontay?
Shannon said, "Hey, Brooks need more playing time moving forward, in my opinion." Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Hold
a
on,
lot of
cuz. Hold on.
go
Let
ahead,
me get
go
through the
ahead, go ahead, go
comments.
ahead,
Let me get through the
go
comments. All
ahead,
right, we'll
man.
talk about all that in a minute. All right, Big Walt. Dave called a hell of a game, and the team executed. Bryce looked great. Sure
What's
did.
up, Big Walt?
Deontay said, I expected us to win. If not for the penalties and 23, we win, in my opinion. It was a lot of penalties. A lot of penalties. I agree. He blitzed. Head coach was different. Yes. Yep. Carl D, what's going on? At Deontay said, wasn't you very critical of the last few weeks, even though he was showing some improvement? Well, I mean, hey, like we value everybody's opinion here, but I'll let you and Deontay do that out in chat. Blackfire. So does this mean Tepper was right about drafting Bryce? You know what?
To
We'll
be continued.
to be determined. Yep, exactly.
Hmm.
Rich homie Uncle Quan, what's going on, man? How you doing, buddy? Good to see
What's
you.
going
Good to
on,
see you.
cuz?
Yep. Big Walk. Once we get some real threatening playmakers and get the defense together, it's gonna get scary. Hey, I hope so. I hope so. Hey, then I say said Teflon Don Ian Thomas. Hey, Earl, how you doing, man? What's going on with you? Josh, keep pounding. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's going on, Josh? What's going
Vietnam
on,
said
Earl?
when we tied it up, I was yelling and screaming at the TV. Hey, same,
Hey,
same.
I feel you. What's up, Fed? Nah.
He said the question, fellas, is can Bryce Young continue to play like that consistently or even better? If he does, then we will be playoff bound next year. You know what? That's a damn good question. That's a damn good question.
That's a damn good
Carl
question.
said, if you think about it, the schedule looks a little less harder than it was. Yeah. A few weeks ago, woo, boy, it was a whole
Yeah.
different podcast talking about the schedule.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Roadmaster Mahomes got beat up Sunday. Dallas taking over the stadium when they come. Oh, God, I hope not. Oh, I hope not. Teams like Bucks, Cowboys, and Cardinals look winnable now. Indeed. Indeed. Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, Roadmaster, penalties hurt us bad. And he said, we have 6 games left. 5 of them we can win if we play like yesterday. I agree with that. I'll agree with that. If the
I
defense can
agree.
step it up a little more. Yep. Mm-hmm. Deontay said, yeah, I was critical. I also was one of the only people to say Bryce deserves the full 2 years. I also was on record saying we win this game. I stand on 10 toes. What I say, hey, you know what? He is right. He is right. He did say a while ago that he thinks he deserves, this whole 2 years. And I will say this: he's the second offensive system in 2 years. Cut him a little slack. I was critical of him too. We all were early in the season, especially. All right. Rock
Mm-hmm.
Jones. Turns out Dane Jackson is one of the bad moves Morgan made, but not many. Yeah. Yeah.
But I agree. I
Mm-hmm.
agree. But I always look at both sides of the coin.
Mm-hmm.
Dane Jackson comes back from injury, and we got him playing slot corner. That's not a natural position for him. He's always played outside. I try to tell people playing inside to outside is a totally different ball game. So no matter if he was in there or Shaw Smith Way was in there right now, they
Mm-hmm.
both playing a new position when playing that slot corner. Because Shaw Smith Way never played it until the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
But that is a position that we need to definitely take care of in the off season.
Facts. T. Thompson, what's going on? Said why the get dropped so much. And Roadmaster, hold on. Maybe I got down to another comment here. Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus. Okay, here it is. I know I saw it. Roadmaster said, at T. Thompson, XL struggled bad with the over the shoulder catches. It seems that
Mhm.
way. It definitely seems that way. But the one thing I think I think that's fixable. Okay, because we saw Tommy Trimble and Chuba Hubbard came in here and struggled catching the ball. And they both improved. And if them two can improve, I think XL will work on that. And he even admitted that he had to be
Yeah.
better. Okay.
He even
He,
said today in the interview that it was still bothering him even till today, and that he actually called text Bryce after the
mm,
game Sunday night and apologized for it. He was like he
oh
gotta
wow.
he yeah he's been really hard on himself since yesterday about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Big Walk said facts, Tony. I was saying that yesterday. He's not a nickel. Boy, hey,
Yeah.
they need to add some change to him and put him back where the hell he's supposed to
Right.
be. Tip Drew. Tip,
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Tip Drew Will. Thank you for another $5 super chat.
Oh, God.
He said it really gets under my skin when Panther fans talk on and complaining about the opposing fans taking over our stadium when they are at home. Well, you know what? Yeah, yeah,
No, what
yeah.
what he said at the end? Let's not forget that part.
Oh,
STFU.
he
Yeah.
said, "Shut the fuck up."
Shit.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Pretty much. Hats off to you, Will. My man.
I
My
hey,
man.
I can't disagree with that. And again, Thank you for the $5 super chat because yes, my butt was at home too. And to be honest with you, now yeah, it's it looked red in there. But my thing is this: is if we could have got that win, even when we didn't get the win, I mean, we played good. Okay,
Right.
it can be
Right.
full of damn Chiefs fans. Like I said, that is a us issue. It's not a players issue. But yeah, but yeah,
But
I got you, Will.
like I said, nobody expected the Panthers to play like they played yesterday. And further
Nah.
note, let the stadium be full of Cowboys, and
Oh,
then we beat their ass.
I
And
hope
then
so.
yeah, because I honestly feel like you're gonna see a lot more Cowboy fans in there than Panther fans. I mean that's just the reality of it. I would like it to
Hmm.
be the other way around, but I would like all them fans to come and see us, put an ass whooping on the Cowboys. That's my hope.
Hey, I hope so. I hope so. Let me see. And thank you for the super chat, Will. Appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah, appreciate that, Will.
Quan says Bryce Young has been dealing and showing more confidence. That's all I ever asked for. He disappointed me to start the season. Excuse me, but I'm glad he's starting to get it now. Hey, you and me
Facts,
both.
Quan.
I
Facts,
agree.
Quan.
I agree. Hey,
That
this sums
sums
it
it
up.
all up
Roadmaster
right there.
said we ain't get whooped. There you go.
That
we,
is a good fact.
we ain't get whooped. That is all right. All right.
Bro, man,
Well,
you
bet.
made my stomach hurt.
Yeah, I see. Oh, that is all right. Okay, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into it. And again, hold on, I'm on the wrong slide. I do apologize. Okay. So again, to all of our fan level members, I want to make a reiterated focus on make sure I thank y'all, or we thank y'all every live that we have, and we thank you for all the support. Okay. Thank you for what you give us every month. We greatly appreciate it. And shout out to our newest member, Rock Jones, who joined during the last live. His name was not on the
Yes,
slide
sir.
last time, but there it is down there at the bottom on this one. So thank you, Rock, and thank you to everybody
Appreciate
else
you, Rock.
who has joined and become a member of our channel and our growing community. We love you. We appreciate you, and thank you. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, Tone. So let's get into it, cuz. All right. So the stats from the game. All right. Of course, we lost 27-30. Okay, Kansas City had 391 total yards. The Panthers had 334. This next line here is something I really, really, really love. Okay, no
Mhm.
turnovers. Now we didn't force any turnovers, but we didn't turn the ball over ourselves. And that was big. That was big for us in this game. 27 first downs for the Chiefs, 21 for the Panthers. Um, Time of possession, 32 minutes and 16 seconds for the Chiefs, 27 minutes and 44 seconds for the Panthers. All right. Patrick
Right.
Mahomes was 27 to 37, 269 yards, 3 touchdowns. Bryce was 21 to 35, 263 yards, and 1 touchdown. And the crazy thing was, I want to say Bryce had almost what he had in the last game in the first quarter of this game, in the Munich game. Okay, I think he had like 125 yards for the game or whatever it was. He had
Mm.
just about that much in the first quarter of this game. Okay, show you
He
how
had
we moving the ball up down the
117,
field. Mm-hmm.
117 in the first quarter.
Yep. And I apologize if this slide is slightly blurry. It was giving me some issues earlier. But y'all bear with me. I
No,
do
I thought it was
apologize.
me.
Okay, yeah. If it's coming in clear for y'all, great. But for me, it's a tad bit fuzzy. And I can't figure out why.
Yeah.
Rushing yards, Kareem Hunt, 12 carries for 68 yards. Chuba Hubbard, I'm sorry, 16 carries, 68 yards. Chuba Hubbard, 18 carries, 58 yards, and a touchdown. And crazy stat is there has been no running back this season, if I heard this right, that has rushed for more than 60 yards against the Chiefs defense. So Chuba Hubbard came close. All
Mm,
right. He got up to 58.
mm.
And he got a touchdown. He got past I forgot my man's name on the Chiefs for the touchdown. And then, he actually got through a would-be tackle from Chris Jones, who was kind of off balance, and got the 2-point conversion right after that. So shout out to Chuba. It was tough going for him in the first half, but they
Yeah.
got back to running the ball more in the second half. All right, receiving yards. Gray. Noah Gray, that's what I'm talking about. 4 receptions, 66 yards, 2 touchdowns. David Moore. Hey, David Moore had himself a game,
Talk
y'all.
about it. Talk
David
about
Moore
it.
had himself a game. I know I gave him straight hell a few weeks ago when he missed that long pass from
Drop
Bryce
that
against the Saints.
touchdown.
Dropped the touchdown. Hey, let me tell you, when I say David Moore was hitting the jug machines, he got them little tiny braids retwisted right. You know, somebody fixed him up good or something. Cause there was a couple plays where oh God, McDuffie was on him one play and the ball hit him right in the hands. He dropped it and was going to the
Yeah.
ground and was able to gather it back in, make the catch. Okay, then a few plays later, you go down for the touchdown, and you know our boy Bryce he threw a bullet in there to him, and David reached out there, caught the ball, brung it in for the touchdown. But overall, he had a really good game. He had a really good game. Jalen Coker didn't play. So I think Canales said this was Xavier's first game at the X spot. Yeah, and you
Mhm.
had good old Adam Thielen back out there being Adam Thielen, you know. But
Mhm.
this dude right here, David Moore had him a day yesterday. Okay. Tony,
Hey,
anything here
hold on.
stands out to you?
No, I just want to say, Rollmaster said at the bottom that David Moore got hurt. Did he leave the game hurt?
I don't
I don't remember
remember.
that. Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't I don't remember. Yeah, because
And
I thought I
and
saw somebody do
Dave
a post
Canales
game
didn't say
interview.
anything about. Yeah, Dave Canales didn't say anything about it in the press conference today. So I
Mm,
hope if he did, I hope it's not too bad. But yeah, man. Hey, like I said, I of course I wish Chuba would have had a better day than what he had, but they did. They took what the defense gave them. And
mm-hmm,
if you watch the game, I know we'll get a chance to get to all 22 and watch that. If you just look at what Kansas City was doing in the first half, one, I don't blame them for doing it because if I was defense coordinator, that's what I would do too. But on the flip side of that, you didn't have they were taking away the running game. Let me just say it like that. They was taking
mm-hmm,
away the running game and they was daring Bryce to beat them with his arm. And to their surprise, he was a whole hell of a lot better than what they thought. You know what I'm saying? He was a
mm-hmm.
whole hell of a lot better than what he was thought. The receivers were catching the balls. He was out there throwing dimes. Um, Dave Canales got a little bit in his bag yesterday. We saw some plays that we haven't seen before. So I mean, it was like he was throwing everything back at Steve Spagnuolo. They was going back and forth. They was going at it pretty much in that first half. So I think they made it some those halftime adjustments,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, man. I think it was just a brilliant game that was being played from the defensive coordinator against Dave Canales yesterday. And for Dave Canales to end it in a draw at halftime, in my opinion, was a win for us.
Yeah, gotcha. Hey, Carl D says, have you guys noticed every time a receiver drops the ball, Bryce will come back to them to show confidence? Yes,
Yes.
little
Yeah.
things, little things.
Yeah.
Leggett dropped that ball. The next pass, he went right back to him, right back to him. But yes, I have noticed
Hmm.
that. Romaster said neck injury. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, speaking of neck injuries, prayers up for Jatavian Sanders, who had that bad landing, like literally on the top of his head. He got carted
Oh,
off the
yeah, that was
field.
bad.
He went to the local hospital, but he was discharged and made his way back to the stadium. So I haven't heard anything else, but I think he's okay. If anybody else heard anything, y'all let me know. But yeah. Rock Jones said, I know who's about to be hurt. Clemson fans. Uh-oh. He said Rock Jones and Gamecocks finna be on Clemson tail. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, that is the next game, ain't it?
Yeah, they
Oh
play.
boy.
Yeah, they play Saturday.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, cool. Let's go ahead and move on here. All right. Keys to victory. All right. Now, we did not win. We did not win. But I feel like there were a few of these things that actually did happen. Okay. You start off with, can Bryce turn it up? Well, damn it,
Yes, he
yes, yes, he did. Yeah, yes, he did. I mean, I think for what he did yesterday, he that if that knob was at about a 6 or a 5 or 6, he turned that joke up to about 8 or 9 yesterday. I mean, and
right.
and I say that because no, he didn't have 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, but this is the most kind of complete game that we have seen from Bryce. And I think I said this on the last live. I would like to see a game from him sometime this season where Chuba Hubbard is not really getting the yards that he wants. And you put the game is put on Bryce's shoulders, and he has to go out there and he has to deliver. And I think that's what he did yesterday. Because, like you said,
Exactly.
Tony, they loading the box up in the first half. They said, okay, we're gonna shut this running game down. We're gonna let this dude come out here and see what he can do. And Bryce said, all right, bet. I got you, old man. Let me go ahead and scoot this team right on straight up and down the field.
And to that point, like I said, like I told you before, CJ, the NFL is a copycat league. So
Mm-hmm.
the Buccaneers going to see this tape, and they're going to see how well the offensive line handled the pressure and how Bryce stood in the pocket and was able to deliver the ball. So then they're going to say they're not going to try to do the same thing, in my opinion, that Kansas City did did Sunday, because
Mm-hmm.
they're going to see that it didn't really work. So
Yeah.
why go in there with the same game plan? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to do a little something. They're gonna do something a little different. And
Facts.
I don't think Tampa Bay defense is as good as Kansas City as well. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, I think Bryce Young did. I think the display that Bryce Young, um, I say that wrong. What he put on display yesterday
Mm-hmm.
will further let the league know that this is not the same Bryce from last year. This is not the same offensive line from last year. This is not the same offense from last year.
Okay. I definitely agree, and I think and no shade on Vita Vea. Okay, I think Vita Vea is a problem no matter what. But I like the way our offensive line has looked 2 weeks in a row against top tier, defensive tackles. We went up against Dexter
Hmm.
Lawrence and Chris Jones 2 weeks in a row. Okay. Again, shout out to Dave Canales. He stuck with Cade Mays at center. I think that is paying off. Okay. Now, mind you, they're still able to get pressure on Bryce at times, but the thing was, Bryce was not under pressure all game long. It was even one point where the announcers was like, "Yo, Chris Jones is tired, man. He's trying to get to the sideline,"
Yeah.
but they were in the hurry up. And they showed him, and he looked like he was breathing kind of heavy. So shout out
Hmm.
to all the guys on the offensive line, especially those three in the middle, Mays, Hunt, and Damian Lewis.
Hmm.
Icky came back. A couple false starts. He got to shore that up.
Hmm.
Especially at home, you shouldn't be having all those false start penalties at home. And the crazy thing is, speaking of false start penalties, okay, we got away with one on Chuba
Yes,
on
we
Chuba's
did.
touchdown run. On Chuba's touchdown
Yeah.
run. And if y'all go to our page, I put a short out about it and highlighted it. Brady Christensen had a false start on that play, but the refs missed it.
I just
But
knew. I just knew that flag was coming too, man. I just knew. Oh, I
I
just
didn't
knew.
even see it. I didn't even see it until I
I,
downloaded the clip, and then I went to go make the short, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I said, oh, okay.
hey, I was happy to see Chuba when he scored, but I was looking around. And I was like, Lord, don't let that little flag sign pop up on the TV. Don't let the flag sign pop. Cause I saw it. He was
Uh-huh.
leaning. It was like he was leaning. I was like, oh God, because you even saw the Kansas City player. He was
Yeah.
mad. He was like, "What a flag! What a flag!"
Mm-hmm.
False start. I was like, "Oh boy, we got away with one.
Yeah.
We got away with one."
Yeah, look, it wasn't even lean, Tony. That joker hop. He did a little bunny out. He was like, whoop. And the play kept on going. But you know what though? The refs, I think the refs owed us a couple, but they really owed us one. I can't remember what drive it was. Kareem Hunt got tackled by LeBron Ray. Okay, LeBron Ray came across him like this and pulled him down. his forearm, okay, went across his face mask and kind of pulled his face mask. Kareem Hunt hits the ground, turns around to the ref, and does like this, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, here comes the flag. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I
Oh
see
yeah,
people all year
yeah,
long. I see people all year
yeah,
long talking about the Chiefs. The refs have the Chiefs have the refs in their pocket, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, whatever, whatever. Except for that left tackle, because that left tackle has false started and 472 times. That's including yesterday. He got called once for in this game, but the
yeah,
fact that he turns around to the ref does like this, and then the flag comes out. I'm like, yo, like really? Because I want to say, I don't know if that was one of the drives they scored on or not, but even still, like I said, they owed us one for that one. Okay,
yes,
but
sir.
so key to victory number one. Can Bryce turn it up? We see, yes, he can. And what's up? What's going on, Doug? Shout out to Doug. He said,
What's
yo,
going on?
36 miles till I make it to Mama Duke's and Pop. Hey, let me tell you,
All right.
Doug, I
Say
talked to him earlier. Hey, I talked to him earlier. Doug said, "Yeah, I'm going into Mississippi." He said, "Man, I'm rolling." I said, "If you don't slow your behind down going through Mississippi," he told me, "Nah, man, I got it on cruise control." Doug love to drive. Hey, shout out to you. If it's over an hour, I don't want to go, but shout out to
yeah.
Doug. Okay, so opportunities. Okay, the point number two, opportunities. There weren't okay, offensively, I say we missed a few. And when I say missed a few, I think Roadmaster commented on it earlier, the red zone attempts. All right, and I
Yeah.
said this earlier. If we could have turned one or two of those into a touchdown, we've been Gucci. Okay. There was some penalties. I think Icky had a false start down in the red zone. I want to say Brady Christensen also had a false start at some point down the red zone on another play that that they did call. They did see it and they did call it. But for the most part, I mean, now defensively, when we needed them to, they held up late in the fourth quarter. For because the Chiefs actually didn't punt until the fourth quarter. It was field goals and
Right.
touchdowns all the way up until then. We actually forced them to punt two drives in a row. Two drives in a row. So I'm going to knock the defense because on that last drive after we tied the game up, the announcer pointed out he circled the clock and was like, "That's too much time for Pat Mahomes." And I was like, I hate to agree with him, but he's absolutely correct. That is way too
But
much time for Pat.
another fun fact stat that
Mm-hmm.
I saw on Twitter today
What's that?
was that in the Andy Reid era,
Mm.
no matter whether he was in Philadelphia or Kansas City, Carolina was the first team in his era to score on 75% of their drives in a game.
Mm. That's crazy. Look at
Yeah.
this. CJ, stop saying they didn't call it. They didn't call it. It didn't happen. Hey, hey, 10-4.
Fact.
10-4. I got you.
Fact.
I got you.
I mean, but I get him. I get what you're
Mm.
saying, but even though we were the home team yesterday, you kind of knew that the refs were going to lean Kansas City way because of who Patrick Mahomes is. He is like that
Oh, yeah.
golden goose for the NFL, and there was definitely some holding penalties that could have been called on them that the refs
Oh,
seem
they
to
missed
turn
a
a
few.
blind eye to. Yeah, they missed quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
So even with all that, the missed penalties, the penalties that we created on our own, the poor tackling, we still had an opportunity to win the game at the end of the game.
And hey,
At
that's
the
all
end
we
of
can
the
ask
day,
for.
we were still in it to the last 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, because, boy, let me tell you, I was praying somebody jumped up there and blocked that kick or he missed it
Yeah,
or something. And, look, that would have been two overtime games in a row. Yeah, I'd have been
yeah.
happy.
But I was mad that Dave Canales did not use that last time out to freeze him. I was like, man, just please use
That
that
part.
last time out to freeze you. It ain't but 2 seconds left on the clock. What you gonna do with it? You can't
Mm-hmm.
take it home with you. Use the timeout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if they
Okay.
make it, game is over. If they miss it, we go into overtime. So go ahead and take time. I agree. I agree. I was yelling the same thing. I'm sitting there like, okay,
Yeah.
he about to kick it. So the ref's gonna come in, blow the whistle any second. Go ahead and let him get into motion, kick it, and make one. Like you said, freeze him,
Yeah.
hopefully, and he missed the second. But you know, hey,
Yeah.
you live and you learn. So I mean, he is a rookie head coach. So we'll see. Let me see. Rock Jones said, still think Richardson should be playing over Scott. That's a fact. That's absolutely a fact. Oh, Carl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. I know what you're talking about, Carl. I got you. I got you. Like I said, hey, 10-4. 10-4. Hey, I don't even know what you're talking about no more. Chevy 80Z, what's going on? They also owed us for the flag they threw on Horn for holding D Hop while D Hop was grabbing Horn's face mask. Agree.
That is a right.
Agree. Agree.
That
Agree.
D Hop was out there pulling those savvy veteran moves
He
yesterday and
was.
getting away with them.
He
And getting
was.
away with them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else on the opportunities key up there, Tone, before we move on?
No, that's it, man.
Okay. Now, bend but don't break. Okay. Um, I have to say that I was pleased with this to a certain extent because that the game could have really gotten out of hand early, and the Panthers defense did hold KC to a few field goals in the first half. I think they
Right.
had oh, good. I think they had two touchdowns and two field goals because it was what 20-9 at halftime, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I
So
think they started out to a 10-0 lead, right?
10-0 lead. Yep, 10-0.
Yeah.
And then I think it was 13-10, and then it was 13-6, and then I think it was 20-6, and then it was 20-9 at halftime. But
Hmm.
yes, bend but don't break. I got to give the defense credit for that. But one thing I do need them to work on, especially Dane Jackson, if he's going to be in this game, be in the game, still be playing down the road. Let me say that. They've got to work on the tackling as a whole. You know, as a whole. From what I saw, there were too many wide open receivers for Kansas City. Who was a man? Noah Gray, the tight end. He was wide open
Hmm.
too damn much. It's
Listen,
just like
that
what do we
first
say, Tony? What do we say? We can't. The scheme may be bad, but that coach can't
right.
scheme tackling.
You
You
can't.
get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you can't coach effort.
There you go.
You
That's
can't
it.
coach
Yeah.
effort. You can't coach
Mm-hmm.
effort.
Yep. Exactly. But
But
go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go go
No,
no
no,
go,
you
go ahead.
good.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna
Cause I
ask
think
you what you had to say about Ben, but don't break.
nothing. I think you covered it all pretty much with the
Okay.
bend don't break.
All
Yeah.
right. Cool. Well, let's move on to pressure. I'll go ahead and let you start with that one.
What what I would say, what
Mm-hmm.
I liked about yesterday. Well, let me say this. Let me say
Mm-hmm.
this because I haven't seen too many. I don't know if too many people have noticed it because I really haven't seen anybody say it. And I know it's only been 2 games, but the presence of DJ Warnham has made a difference to that defensive line. You even
Speak
got
on it.
Jadeveon Clowney looking a whole lot better than he has looked so far this season. You know what I'm saying? So what we were hoping going into the season from the off season when we
Mm-hmm.
signed Jadeveon Clowney and DJ Warnham that they would have that they would create that tandem and bring some pressure off the edge that we
Yeah.
haven't had in Carolina in a while. And I know it's just only 2 games, but I think we can all say that we see a night and day difference since DJ Warnham has been in the lineup the past 2 games, and I think that has affected the whole defensive line. What you think
Mm-hmm.
about that, CJ?
Oh, I definitely agree. Definitely agree. What is something that we always said? We always said when Brian Burns was here. Okay, Brian Burns
Hmm.
needed a running mate. Okay, he needed a running
Yeah.
mate. It's been evident so far this season that you had Jadeveon Clowney who was doing a little bit here and there, but it's like if if you got your defensive your edges, okay, you got one on the left,
Yeah,
one on the right. If I know that whoever they put in on this right side, I ain't got to worry about none of them. I'm good. We gonna do whatever we got to do to take care of this person on the left. And I feel like
right.
that's been the theme that's been going on because now, mind you, Jadeveon Clowney has been he's been close on a lot of plays. Okay, he's been close on a lot of plays,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
crazy on that sack that he had yesterday. He literally got him by a fingertip. A
yeah,
fingertip. I
yeah.
thought that was the funniest thing when they replayed the thing, and I'm like, he literally had him by the finger and went whoop, and did like that
You
and
made the
tripped up
short
Patrick
out of
Mahomes.
it. And I saw it.
I
I was
mean,
like, that is too funny. That is
yeah,
too damn
man,
funny.
yeah. But
But yeah, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, Wanham has come in, and you've seen another set of moves that you haven't seen from Charles Harris, who coincidentally got released today. Now, mind you, out
Oh,
of
he did?
everybody that's yeah, he did. Out of everybody
Oh,
that
wow.
has played opposite of J.C. Horn, I think he was probably the best of the bunch. Okay, I really do. He got close on quite a few sacks throughout this season, but he really could never get to the quarterback that consistently. But between him, DJ Johnson, Leota when he was here, Charles Harris, and I forgot maybe it was somebody else over there. But you definitely see the difference. You see the get off, you see the speed, you see the moves. He has good hands. Okay, you get to the quarterback, wrap up, take him down. That's been a problem we've been having a lot this season too. They get to the quarterback and damn near run right past. Well, sometimes they run right past them. Quarterback give them a little move, spin move, shimmy or something, and they back to being able to stare down the field, wait for their receiver to get open and make a play. But yeah, I let me tell you, 5 sacks on Patrick Mahomes, 5 sacks.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you, I probably would have bet somebody $500 that there was no way we was gonna get 5 sacks on Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Roll master. No, we're not forgetting that they are
Mm
4-3 ends. But
mm.
I think what you can honestly say is you see the versatility in their game.
Mm
That they can play in a 4-3 or a 3-4. And most of these teams nowadays in the league runs the hybrid, the 4-2-5. So
Yeah.
technically, when you playing a 4-2-5 because you got that extra corner or that big safety, which would be your big nickel. So it
Mm
ain't really no difference whether you got a 4-3 in or a 3-4 outside linebacker slash edge rusher.
hmm.
That's
Mm
why, with that hybrid, you got two guys that can play either way. Because,
Yeah.
coming from Minnesota, Minnesota ran a hybrid 4-2-5.
Mm
Davion Clowney has been playing a hybrid since he's been in the league, especially when he was in Baltimore and Cleveland. So I think this shows that they can fit either these defensive fronts.
Yeah.
So
And we said this
yeah,
last week too, Roadmaster, and we believe that right now, or not right now, but just say Evero gets the boot, okay, like a lot of us, including me, hoping that he does. I think he's probably a great guy, but I'm tired of this scheme, okay? I try to always say that because especially on the slim chance that any of these players actually watch this show, I doubt they do, but on the slim chance, I always want to make it known I don't think these are bad people, but I just try to give my opinion on what I see, on the field. So I always try to make sure I make that point. But if we do go to another defensive coordinator in a 4-3, I think we're actually somewhat set up to be, okay next year. I think a lot better than this year when it comes to the defensive front because you'll have a DJ Wanham, a Derek Brown, a Ashawn Robinson, and probably a Shy Tuttle. They might rotate that other tackle spot, which I think Shy
yeah.
Tuttle is best suited for a 4-3. He is not a 3-4 nose tackle in any
Yeah, he's not
capacity
no
in
tackle.
any Marvel universe, whatever you want to say. Okay, he is not a 3-4 nose tackle. All right,
Yeah.
but I think he's better suited in a 4-3 and Jadeveon Clowney. If we can get another year out of Clowney, but at the same time, we go in this draft and we make sure that we get us another edge rusher, preferably in the higher rounds. Okay, I don't want them to wait later on in the rounds to get an edge rusher. I think edge rusher should be at least a first round or a second round pick, depending on how many we have of each. Because I do got a feeling that those numbers may change before we actually get to the draft. Okay, but yeah,
Mhm.
I think on the defensive line we might be set up to be okay. I think better than this year if we would have switched to a 3-4. They definitely have to add pieces. They have to draft because we need pieces for the future, and maybe bring in a few pieces in free agency, to help supplement it and kind of hold us over until we get everything dialed in and tuned just right. So, but yeah, but that's my thought on that. But
Yeah.
yeah, but depression,
Yeah,
I land.
fair. Yeah, fair enough. I seen somebody else say that about why we don't play more press man coverage, and the simple answer to that is we don't have the cornerbacks to play press man coverage. Only one you can really trust out there to play press man coverage is J.C. Horn.
JC.
You do
Yep.
not want to see Mike Jackson play press man coverage. That's not his game. You know what I'm saying? So, what other corner do we have that you can trust to play press man coverage? We just don't have it. And I mean, I know that's what we want to see, and hopefully that we could pick up a corner in this draft where you could do a little bit more of that. But Ivero's scheme has always been predicated in playing zone coverage. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like it. He played that soft zone coverage. That's kind of the same thing that Steve Wilkes played. He got criticized for it, a little bit when he was defense coordinator here about the soft zone coverage. He got criticized for it in San Francisco 2 years ago. So I mean I hear what you're saying, but technically we don't have the depth or the talent to play press man coverage in your face. We just don't.
Yeah. And I would say this to add on to that, Tony. Sometimes I wouldn't even say like particularly press man coverage, but it seems like a lot. It'll be 3rd and 5 or less, and the receivers. I mean, not receivers, but the our defensive backs
Mhm.
are 10+ yards off the line of scrimmage. Now, I'm not saying go up and get in the man's face or whatnot, but I do think on some plays they should be slightly closer to the defender because you see a lot of those plays where it's third down in that distance and the opposing quarterback hike the ball, the receiver does a short route, turn around, the ball is right there, and there's nothing you can do there. All right, you
Yeah,
got the first down. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But I
yeah. No, I
agree.
feel
I
you.
agree. I agree. I don't
No, I
think we
agree with
have
you
the
on that.
the
That
DBs.
soft coverage is yeah. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it sucks. No, I agree. We don't have the DBs for everybody to be playing press man. JC is probably the only one. But also shout out to Mike Jackson because I've been talking shit about Mike Jackson for a while, saying he needs a safety over the top on every play. Hey, let me tell you, I'm happy to say that Mike Jackson did not give up a deep touchdown yesterday. So hey,
He did not.
shout out to Mike Jack. I know Doug loved that right now.
As a matter of fact, I don't think Carolina gave up a true deep ball yesterday, except you want to count that first touchdown to Noah Gray when he was just wide open by his
Mm-hmm.
damn self. Because I think I know I was worried that Xavier Worthy was going to get off yesterday and have himself a day, but
Mm-hmm.
they pretty much kept him contained from getting over the top. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. Oh, hold on. I want to go back to this one here. Chevy Z said, Chevy 80Z agreed, but let's be honest, Tuttle wouldn't be playing as much if DB was healthy. Oh, yes, he would. Yes, he
yes he
would.
would.
Because Ashawn Robinson made it clear when he came here, he was not playing defensive tackle. He was playing defensive end. And Derek Brown is the other defensive end. They brought Shy Tuttle
Mhm.
in here to play the nose tackle in this scheme. And you see where we are now. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think it I think he would be. But to be honest with you as well though, I don't think he's been on the field as much lately as he was before. I've been seeing a whole lot more of LeBron Ray. It was funny because I kept thinking to myself, I was like, who in the hell is 75? And I didn't realize until later in the game, Deshaun Williams, because he wore
Yeah,
96
Deshaun
last
Williams.
year. They signed him back
Yeah.
this year. He's wearing 75. I'm serious, Tone. I was sitting here
I
struggling.
was
I
like
said,
that
who?
too. I was like that too. I was
I
like
said,
that too.
who? I was like, who in the hell is 75? And then I finally saw the jersey number, and I was like, oh, yeah, that threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
But hey, but look at this. Look, hey, Vietnam, I will agree. I will agree. I will agree.
Yeah.
But they definitely, that is a position, especially if we keep Everon, we keep this 3-4 defense. That position has to be addressed immediately. Immediately, or we aren't
Yeah.
going to be getting anything anywhere no time soon. But yeah.
Hmm.
Let me see. Did you know that Mike Jackson and CJ are tops in pass breakups? Oh, okay, bet.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah. I think they're top six in the league when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
pass breakups. Yeah.
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 Fenton said JC should be manned up on every play on the number one receiver. If the other guys can't get it done, then sit him on the bench. We say that every week. We really wish that JC Horn would travel. Okay, it kind of reminds us of the Josh Norman days. Josh Norman mostly stayed on
Mhm.
one side of the field as well. It was just that we were really treated to a lot of matchups because it's like he always ended up on their number one defender, and they were always trying him. And for that 1 year or two, it didn't work out good for the opposing teams. But yeah, and
Yeah.
Seattle was famous for that. Like Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman did not travel. He stayed on one side of the field in that scheme, and that was it. If you happened
Yep.
to be on that side of the field, you was going up against Richard Sherman. If you on the
Well,
other
what's the
side,
name does what's the name does it too? Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey don't travel.
oh, okay, gotcha.
He don't travel.
Shoot,
He stays on one side of the field.
yeah, I would love
And
to see
he
JC
doesn't play the
travel though.
slot.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. All right, bet. Okay, so that was our slide on keys to victory. I think I think you can put a check mark next to each one of these, and a definite check mark. Bryce turn it up? Yes, no ifs, ands, or buts about in this game. Opportunities, check mark with a needs improvement on it. Bend but don't break, also check mark but needs improvement. Pressure, I will give them a straight check mark on pressure, and I say they did damn good
Gotta
yesterday.
give him two check marks. They
Yeah,
deserve two check marks on
yeah,
that
there
one.
you go. Yeah,
But
I
can
agree.
you imagine? Before we move on, can you just
Mm-hmm.
imagine? Even though we lost, even in the midst of defeat, can you imagine what this game is going to do for Bryce confidence going forward?
You know what? You know what, Tony? You have perfectly segued into our next slide.
I know.
All
I
right.
know.
Bama Bryce, y'all. Okay. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Is Bama Bryce back? Tony, go ahead with it, cuz.
And that's BYKE.
Bike. Is Bama Bryce bike.
Yes. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. After the first three drives yesterday,
Mm,
and I saw what Steve Spagnuolo was cooking up, and I saw what he was trying to do. And man, when Bryce was throwing them dimes, the ball was on the money. He was, hitting that back foot, letting it go. Hey,
mm-hmm.
I was like, man, this is Alabama Bryce right here. Cause I think I even somebody posted something on Twitter, on Twix, in the middle of the game, and I responded. I think it was a FPFO.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Bama Bryce. I was like, hey, this is what you wanted to see. Oh, this is the type of quarterback we all hope for when we drafted him number one overall coming out of Alabama. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That swag, that confidence. You know what I'm saying? I know he's staying in the pocket a little more now than he did in Alabama, but that's what we want him to do.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he got sacked twice yesterday, 5'10", and he did not have one ball batted, even in the midst of pressure yesterday. Let me just say that again. 5'10", Bryce Young did not have one ball batted at the line of scrimmage, even in the midst of pressure. So I to me, yes.
Okay.
Yes. To answer the question, yes. I think he's back. and I think this is going to do wonders for his confidence going forward.
Hey, the roadmaster on one. He said yesterday's Bryce wasn't even this good at Bama.
Yes, it would, Roadmaster. Don't do that.
Ah, hold on. Wait a minute. Roadmaster, let me give you one for that one. Yo, that is hilarious. But hey, but you know what? I kind of agree with him a little bit. I kind of agree. And we talked about this earlier, Tone. Okay, and is Bama Bryce back? And I said I kind of disagree, and I was like, you know what? I hope the confidence of Bama Bryce is back. Okay, but I hope everything else stays at Bama, if that makes any sense. All right. I want the confidence that Bryce had at Bama to be back for good, but all the improvements that he's made, especially after being benched after the first two games of this season. I hope we can continue to build on that and get out of this Bama Bryce, and now we get to Carolina Bryce. We get to NFL Bryce. Okay, we leave Bama
Right.
Bryce in the past, and we continue to build on what we've seen him do. Because me and Doug was talking earlier, and it's like people. No, I'm sorry. No, not me and Doug. Me and my wife were talking earlier, and PTSD is a real thing. Now I don't know if he
Real
had it or
thing.
not, but you gotta remember what happened last year. Okay, he was literally back there every play, and I think he was like, crap, crap, crap. I'm about to get hit. I'm about to get hit. I'm about to get hit. Got sacked
Playing for his
66.
damn life.
Yeah, 60 something times. And crazy enough, it wasn't even the most. He wasn't even the most sacked quarterback in the league last year. Sam Howell was from Washington. Okay, but Bryce had no confidence in his offensive line. You know, and we go out here in the preseason and we see him drive down the field against the I think that was the Buffalo game when he finally got in there and played. Drove down the field, scored a touchdown. Hey, we were all happy. But in that same sense, you got to remember that was preseason. Nobody was scheming. We was playing against a lot of second and third teamers. Okay, so he went out there, he did his thing. All right, you get to the
Hmm.
regular season. Now the real bullets start to fly, and I think instantly he reverted back to last year's Bryce. And I say that because his first damn pass of the season was an interception. The first pass of the season was picked off. All right. And we saw him struggle in the Saints game. We saw him struggle in the Chargers game. And thank God Dave Canales saw those struggles and came to the conclusion that the best thing for him was for him to sit on the bench and have a different perspective on what the hell is going on. Okay, because you got to remember, this is
Hmm.
probably a kid who's been starting since Pee Wee football. All right, he's always had the best of the best around him, even though the offensive line has been playing good from the jump. Okay, they've been playing
Yeah.
good from the jump, but he did not trust them those first two games. He did not trust them at all. So, like I said, I want the confidence of Bama Bryce here to stay. He build on that, but the rest of this, I want this to be the process of building, Carolina Bryce. All right, I'm happy that there's some parts of Bryce that were at Alabama that shine that are now showing up. But I want him to build on this. I want him to leave Bama Bryce in the past. Now I want him to be, Carolina Bryce. All right, so that's
Yeah.
just my thought on that. But I am happy to see that young man out there balling. And another thing, if you pay attention to his footwork on many of his throws yesterday, he stepped back in the pocket. And shout out to Canales. They were moving him around in the pocket. So he had some rollouts,
Hmm.
some
Yeah.
time to set. Look at his receiver, set his feet, throw. But even on some of the plays where he was rushed, some of the plays where he was throwing off balance, he made some of his best throws yesterday being pressured and being
Yeah.
off balance. The throw that the Xavier Leggett, the one I made it short on, the dime to the Xavier Leggett, he wasn't set on that one. There was a throw that he
Adam
made to
Thielen.
Adam Thielen. Yep, Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
There was a throw that he made David Moore in the end zone where he dropped. Bryce was getting, I mean, he literally had the guy in his face and like almost sidearmed the damn ball and still got it there, and my man got a hand on it. Um, the um the play where Jatavian Sanders got hurt, Chris Jones lit Bryce Young up, and he still was
Yeah,
able to
he
get that
did.
pass away. Okay.
Yeah, he
Um,
did.
the the other play, I think it was the play where David Moore made that catch where he dropped the ball and then gathered it back up and brought it back in. He got walloped on that play as well. So the thing that I was so happy to see was him making plays when he didn't have the optimal conditions in the pocket. And when he did have the optimal conditions in the pocket, he made a
Bryce,
play. Right?
Bryce deserves the turkey leg.
Hey, let me tell you, Bryce, if you in Charlotte for Thanksgiving, bro, I'll cook one just for you, dog. I'll cook one just. Hey, what's up in the car? He said second time
What's
this
up,
year he
car?
floated the pass to JT and it was yes. Yes, you were
Yeah,
absolutely right. Absolutely right.
yeah.
And it's crazy though too because there was another pass that he had to Tommy Tremble, okay, in the end zone. Now, mind you,
Mm-hmm.
when I say he put that ball only where Trimble had a chance to get it. But in one occasion, I don't want to say he had too much heat on it because Trimble should have caught that. He really should have
Yeah,
caught
he
that.
should have caught
Now
that.
whether he would have been able to get his feet down in bounds is a different story. But that was another ball that should have been caught. But when you go back and look at it, he really put that ball only where Trimble, could get it. You didn't see a whole lot of air balls, a whole lot of airmail passes. Just and the thing was, and the announcer said this too. He's making smart plays. Sometimes the best play might not be a completion. The best play is not taking a sack. It's throwing it out of
I think
bounds.
it's back.
Not losing
Yeah.
yards. So hey, but yeah,
Live,
shout
live
shout
to
out to
see another
Bryce.
down. Live to
Yeah,
see another down.
yeah,
But
for real,
yeah,
man.
I know I remember when and it's crazy because I'm in here watching the game by myself, so I do a
Mm.
lot of talking to myself. And when Tommy Trumbull dropped that pass, I was like, "Shit!" I said, JT would have caught that.
Hey, but you know what? He might have. He might have. Let
Yeah,
me tell you.
yeah,
Okay. Now I feel like I jinxed Tommy Tremble because I was praising him as being a pretty good pass catcher. On the preview. All right. But like I said, if Tremble's already a good blocker, he can continue to work on his passing game. He'll be better at that. As you can see, Sanders is a really good pass catching tight end that needs to work on his blocking a little more. And I think that they'll be able to improve on that in the
yeah.
offseason. And it's good all around, especially on offense. You're seeing little things, like Leggett missed that pass, but I think as somebody said earlier, he has a hard time with like body catches.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's something that he will improve on. Okay, and you're seeing
He's
little
not a
things about the
natural
offense.
hands catcher. He's not
Yeah.
a natural hands catcher. And
Mm-hmm.
that's it. That was my knock on him coming into the draft, that
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't a natural hands catcher. So, that like you were saying, that's something he's going to have to work on. And if he was as disappointed with his drop ball yesterday as he said he is, he will get on that judge machine. He will eventually make that right, pretty
Yeah. Oh yeah.
much.
Oh yeah, and I think he will. I think he
Yeah.
will. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. But Bama Bryce, I think a lot of people feel like he's back, and like I said, I got a slightly different opinion on that. I hope the confidence of Bama Bryce, yes, is definitely back, but we can hopefully he can improve on this, and he can continue to mold into Carolina Bryce. Okay. So,
Gotcha.
all right. But yeah. All right, next slide. Okay, stock up. You got anybody whose stock is rising from this game, Tony?
Bryce Young.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bryce Young. I would say
Mm-hmm.
offensively, Bryce Young, and
Mm-hmm.
defensively, I would say DJ Warner.
Okay, all right. Bet. Now, I wasn't gonna go with the obvious with Bryce Young. I was gonna say for this past game, stock up David Moore. Again, like I said before, David Moore had himself a day
Mm-hmm.
yesterday. So for this game, I say stock up for David Moore on offense, and I would have to agree on defense, stock up for DJ Wanham. DJ Wanham
Yeah.
definitely stock up, and you know. We talk about players who have been injured, and we say, "Oh, we'll give them a chance to, to get back into the flow of the game." DJ Wanham came back for the first time last week and has already made an impact 2 straight games in a row. Okay, so the
Yes.
man he's on it and he's out there doing what needs to be done. All
He
right.
has truly affected that defensive front
Yeah.
in a good
Let
way.
me see. Oh, hold on. Me getting the cards comment. My bad, y'all. I was scrolled up on the comments. I've been missing some of these questions. Outside of Eagles, do y'all feel like I feel we can win all these games? I'm not gonna lie. Somebody made a comment about this yesterday. I'm not yesterday, but earlier
Yeah.
in the live now.
Earlier.
Those games look a lot better now than they did
Mm-hmm.
just a few weeks ago. Because I got it right here to my left. All right, we got Tampa Bay, Philly, Dallas, Arizona, Tampa Bay, and Atlanta. Okay, if we can get consistent play like we did out of Bryce Young, if he can play this way for the rest of the season or somewhere close to this level, and the defense doesn't regress. Okay, if our defense doesn't regress in any way,
Right.
if they can now mind you, it's not like they're playing lights out, it's not like they're playing average, but they are slightly out of the gutter. Okay, if they don't fall back into the gutter, I think I agree with you, Nikari. I think all these games, maybe besides Philly, because Saquon's probably going to run for 400 yards on us. But I think all these games are winnable. But we just got to go. They have to go out there and they got to do it. All right. Uh, what's up?
The cartoon will stock up the '90s font.
Shoot, I can't even remember what font that is.
Yeah.
Oh. He also said Devin Tompkins too. You know what? I hope they do find some more
Yeah.
creative ways to use him. I do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there you go, Rock Jones. Yeah, stock up them black
Yeah. The
uniforms.
black
Yes.
uniform hard.
Hey,
Yeah.
they need to wear them black helmets for the rest of the season. I don't care what color combination they wear with it. Them black helmets got to stay. I wouldn't take them things off for the rest of the season. I love them. Love them,
Yeah.
love them,
I
love them.
like that. I like that black helmet, the blue jersey, and the black pants. What we
Oh
wore in
boy.
Germany.
Now that was nice.
That was hard. That was hard.
What's up, Mad Chatter? How you
What's
doing?
up, Mad Chatter?
Let me see. Bryce. Oh, big fit. Well, you know what? Yeah, I did say
Yeah.
Robert Hunt stock
Robert
was up
Hunt.
a few lives ago. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean him and Lewis and oh, you know what? Hey shit, Cade Mays
Yeah.
last couple
You know
weeks.
what? Yes. Yes.
I can't
Yes.
can't forget about Cade Mays.
I want to say this because I it's on my mind. I know if I don't say it, I forget it.
Go ahead,
I
bud.
want if I can't get the all 22 yesterday because I've been having trouble with it. If you can get it,
Mm-hmm.
there was a goal line play yesterday that we had, and Brady Christensen was in as the extra lineman.
Mm-hmm.
He was the only one that was pushed in the backfield near Chuba Hubbard. Everybody else was going forward, and Brady Christensen and Brady Christensen was going back. And when I saw it happen, oh my God, I was like, now I hope people see why I say he do not need to be playing center. K Mays needs to be playing center. You need those big bodies, those furniture movers up front. And also,
Furniture movers.
I don't know if anybody paid attention because I didn't see nobody even talk about it. Did y'all see where Brady Christensen ran a route?
Mm-mm. I missed that.
Yeah, yeah. He came in.
Mm,
He called in eligible. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He was eligible. Um, but yeah, Brady Christensen ran a route. I was like, look at this. I said, look at Dave Canales in his damn bag. This dude
I got
actually ran a route.
I got to go back and find that. You remember what quarter it was
Yeah.
in? First half or
I
second half?
don't. I don't.
Okay,
I
I got to
think
go
it
back and find that.
Oh my God. I want to say, I think it was the second half. I believe it was
Okay.
second half. Yeah. But dude ran a route, man.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey,
Yeah.
and shout out to Mr. Hunky Dory for the another $2 super chat. Said Nakari, Eddie P made all his field goals. Cough. Hey, okay. Now, Nakari, you're gonna be mad at me, but hey, but shout out to Eddie P because he's not 100%. They said that he had a procedure, I think, to drain some fluid or whatever from
Knee.
his knee,
Yeah.
and he's gonna have to do that every week until the end of the season. And then a procedure is more than likely for him at the end of the
Yeah.
season. But shout out to Eddie P, fast Eddie P.
The NFL's all-time leading field goal kicker.
Yeah, at facts. The most accurate field goal kicker in NFL history. And again, thank you, Mr. Hunky Dory, for the $2 super chat. Carl said, yes, I saw that, Tony. Hey, Carl. Oh, no, you know what?
Thank you,
Never mind.
Carl.
Never mind. He
Thank you,
said, I think it
Carl.
was the fourth quarter. Thank you. I'm going to go
Okay,
look
I
that
couldn't
up.
remember the quarter, but I knew it happened. I was like, I cannot believe nobody else has said this. I was looking on
I
Twitter and I was like, somebody had to clip it and put it out,
mm,
and I couldn't find it. I was like, I gotta be damn. I
okay.
said, I don't know how people missed that. Brady Christensen ran a
Hey,
damn pass.
I would definitely go look at that one. The man
Yes,
chatter said,
sir.
I say we keep Bryce upgrade Dudoc Dalton and worry about edge, defensive tackle, wide receiver one. I agree with that. But you know what though?
Not
If they
sure.
keep Andy Dalton, I'm not upset. I'm not upset them keeping Andy Dalton at all. All right. I'm leaving Eddie alone. Well, I'll be damned. I never thought
Well,
I'd
I'll
see
be
the day.
damn.
Wow. Okay. All right. You know what? Moving on. I'm not going to dwell on it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. I had about 1,000 responses just
That.
went through my head. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna let it
Yeah.
be.
Yep. Can we get Woonham or Clowney back next year? Oh, they'll both be back. Woonham
Yeah, they
signed
both be back.
I think a 2-year deal, and Clowney I know signed a 2-year deal. So yeah, they should both be
I
back.
think one of them was a 3-year deal.
Hell, I hope
Yeah,
so. I
I think
hope
DJ
so.
Warner was a 3-year deal.
hmm I respect him for saying he was in 80% pain but still kicking. Facts. Facts. He said, I
Facts.
ain't got no hate for him. Look, now you don't. ADP held out for more money. Watch him miss a crucial kick. I hope not. I
Damn,
hope not.
Rollmaster,
I tell
don't
you,
do that. Don't be like
boy,
that.
talk about knocking the positive train off the tracks, dog.
Right.
Panther dog, what's going on, man? Say
Panther
what's up,
dog, what's
gents.
happening, man?
Carl said, what caught my attention was when the ref said it twice that number 70 has reported eligible wide receiver. Yo, I heard
Yeah,
that probably about 14 times yesterday. I said, damn, boy, I said they
yeah.
bringing Brady Christensen in a lot in that big package, which I liked. Which I like.
But you know what it was? Every time he did that, in order for him to be eligible, you cannot have a receiver cover him up on the
Covering.
line of scrimmage. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, nah, they ain't gonna do it. They wouldn't do something like that. They wouldn't do something like that. And lo and behold, Brady Christensen ran a damn route. I was like, did
Mm-hmm.
nobody not see that? Am I the only one that saw this?
Yeah, exactly. Trey Willis said Warnham is on a 2-year deal. Okay. Gotcha,
Okay,
gotcha,
all
gotcha,
right.
gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah,
The car said, I hope we bring Hecker back. I don't want to disrupt our special team. Facts. Hey, even though the first damn play of the game, Samaje Perine almost took that bad boy to the house.
for real, for real.
Man, I was sitting there
They
and
tighten up. They tighten up after that though.
they
They
did.
tighten up
They they
after
they
that.
they really did. Oh, and did you see? And good job to Johnny Hecker. He's hollering. We don't have a left tackle. We ain't got a left tackle. They
Yeah,
were a man
yeah.
short on that one punt.
Mm-hmm. Because it's the punter's job to do a count to make sure
Yeah.
everybody's on the field.
Yep. So they just let the play clock
Hmm.
run down. They took the penalty, and then they got somebody in there.
Yeah,
Thank you again, Mr. Hunky Dory, for the $5 super chat. Said we're not celebrating the loss, we celebrating the improvements and building potential
facts,
going into the 2025 season. Draft will be lit. I'm telling you. I'm telling. I hope so.
facts.
But I forgot who said it earlier. If this is an all defensive draft, I would not
Yeah,
be mad. I would not be mad. If we were able to get in a wide receiver one caliber receiver in free agency. Okay. Just say that, you bring in another backup tight end. We got Sanders and Trimble, but Ian Thomas may not be back. Franks may not be back. Who is it? Dude from Charlotte Vibe, asked Jordan Matthews about the roster Olympics that he's been going through, on the roster, off the roster, on the practice
Yeah,
squad, on the main roster, all that good stuff. So, but we'll see. But our defensive draft will not be bad, in my opinion. And Mr. Hunky Dory, thank you again for the $5 super chat.
appreciate it, Mr. Hunkador.
Carr said, shout out to light skinned Sam Franklin Jr., Felipe Franks for making that shoelace tackle. Yeah. Light skinned Sam Franklin.
Oh man,
Oh my goodness. Nakar, you never disappoint, dog. Never disappoint.
never disappoint.
Dom said if we get another D tackle, we need to go to 4-3 and have both on the field. Yes, I agree. I
Well,
agree.
this is what I would say about this whole 4-3 thing. If
Mm-hmm.
Ivero is the coach, we will run a 3-4.
3-4. Yeah.
That
Oh yeah. I
that is
know.
the scheme. Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
the only way we would get a chance to run a 4-3 if Ivero gets fired and we bring in a 4-3 defensive minded defensive coordinator. That's
That is a
that's
fact,
that's
sir.
it. Yeah.
That is a fact. Carl D said, Tony, you are a college guy scout like me. What do you think of Michigan? I forgot his. Are you talking about Mason
No,
Graham?
Graham, Mason Graham, but Mason Graham is a great three technique. But Michigan, they nose tackle. I can't remember his number 75 or 78.
Mm-hmm.
He's a nose tackle. You have to go back and uh, I guess I could try to pull it up real quick. Big. Yeah, Mason Graham is a beast. Don't get me wrong, he is a beast. But number 78 is their true nose tackle when Mason
Mm-hmm.
Graham slides over to the three technique.
Mm-hmm.
Big boy is quick. He got violent hands. He can rush the passer and he can stop the run.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Chris something to get. I mean, Nakar. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, you
big
know
big
what? Let
big
me.
boy can move some, but there's some defensive tackles out there. You got them two defensive tackles from the Nebraska, Ty Robinson and his partner. I think Ty Robinson is number 0, and the other bird Lickenberg or whatever, I can't remember his last name, number 9, are the two stud defense tackles from Nebraska. Um who else I have been watching? Um I can't remember that. Believe it or not, the guy from Colorado, uh Chidozie Nwankwo, he's only
Mm-hmm.
5'11", 300, but they call him a fire hydrant for a reason. You just cannot move that dude. You know what I'm saying? And he plays nose tackle like, I mean, he looks like a real true pit bull out there playing. So there's some defensive linemen that this draft is going to be pretty deep at when it comes to defensive tackles.
Okay. Bet. All right. Let's
Mhm.
go ahead and move on to good old stock down. And let me put Rock Jones' comment up. Looking ahead, Richardson not playing, stock down.
Mhm.
I agree with that, but I think we probably got a unanimous stock down for this game, and I'm gonna count to three, Tony. We can say it at the same time, okay? You with me?
Oh, okay.
All
Okay.
right,
Okay, I'm with you. Hold on.
one. Oh, go ahead,
One.
go ahead. All right,
No, go ahead. I'm with you.
one, two, three. Dane Jackson.
Dane Jackson.
Yes, absolute stock down this week is is Dane
I
Jackson.
wish I wish you would just had a picture up there with him by himself. I would not have been mad.
I should have.
Yeah.
I should have. I should have. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, and I said earlier we talked about this. He probably missed about 37 and a half tackles. He looked like he really did give up on that last big run by Patrick Mahomes. He gave up the touchdown to Noah Gray. And if I'm not mistaken, and tell me if I'm wrong, I thought it looked like he was expecting somebody else to cover him because when he caught that touchdown, I thought I saw Jackson turn around and throw his hands up like he was surprised, that he ended up covering him. I don't know. Maybe go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was
Go ahead.
done.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I'm gonna say I think there was a safety over the top. Um, if I remember the play correctly, there were two safeties that went with one wide receiver, and I think that safety was supposed to help over the top with Dane Jackson. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, it was a completely busted play
Probably
on the
Fuller.
back end on the back end,
Mm.
and there was like there was no Gray could have just walked in. He didn't even have to jog. He could have just walked. That's how bad it was.
Carl D said, if you guys are going to stock down, excuse me, Dane, why not Fuller? Yeah, throw him right on in there with him. Yeah, I haven't been impressed with him this entire season. Yeah, you can put him permanently on the side of this, and leave him there every week until he decides to play better. Yeah, and Tony, I would bet money that safety was probably Fuller. I would bet money.
Probably.
Because if I'm not mistaken, Woods is usually going that way on the, let me see, the left side of the defense. I think. I don't quote me on that one. I might be wrong, but yeah. Go ahead, Carl. You could throw him right on up in there with him. The car says,
Oh,
here
Carl.
we go.
Okay.
I got you.
No, damn.
Transferring all my Eddie hate to EJ. People starting to lighten up on him because they playing a little bit feistier. Don't let up, people. EJ is the problem. I can't disagree.
Who is
I can't
EJ?
disagree. Ejiro.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Romancer said Dane Jackson need his face on that. You about to lose your job, lady. Yo, hey, Roadmaster. I
Oh,
think when we get done in this finished posting, I'm gonna go make a short out of this one. You about to lose your job, lady. That is hilarious.
wow.
Stock down for Josie Jewell leaving D Hop open that touchdown. He ran after QB instead of finding a receiver. Okay, all right. But what? Well, I get you, but a total stock down. I'm gonna leave Josie Jewell off of this. But if you want to put him down on that play, I got you, Nakar. I got you. I got you.
Hey, CJ,
Mm-hmm.
when we do get a cup, when we do when all 22 get come out,
Mm-hmm.
remember that play. Remember that play because
Okay,
I
we'll
want to
do.
go over that play this week.
All right. Tommy Tremble needs to be on the stock down. Uh,
Yeah, I don't agree.
I don't agree with that one either. I mean, he did he did drop a catch that probably would have been a touchdown, but I'm gonna give him some slack for this game. I don't agree with that one, Panther dog. You about to lose your job is from Carolina. Her mom does my wow, that is funny.
Then he said she's sober now.
Sober now, the stupid. The sad part is Dane and Fuller was playing good before they came to us. It's like once they signed with us, they forgot how to play football. Well, the
That's
thing with
fact.
Fuller is the thing with Fuller is he was supposed to be one of the guys that came in here that knew Evero's defense. It wasn't supposed to be
Yeah.
that big of a learning curve. He was supposed to come
Right.
in and know what to do. And I keep putting these quote unquote signs up because it's not happening. The only
Right.
one I can say that's actually kind of sort of doing it is Josie Jewell to an extent, and I think he's getting better and better as the weeks go on. But Fuller, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it from Fuller. I'm not
Yeah.
seeing it from Nick Scott. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else for stock down for you, Tony?
No, that was the only one, in my opinion, whose stock was completely down on on the team as a whole. Because there was nobody
Mm,
on the offense who I felt like stock is down. But
mm-mm.
Dane Jackson, yeah, he played. a horrible game, and it visibly showed.
Yeah. Oh, and hold on, one more. My bad. Miss Dory said, "Wait, stock down on Ick and his false starts." Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll throw him in here
Yeah,
for them false starts.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, he had quite a few of them.
Because yeah, because that's those are mental errors, and that
Mm-hmm.
just lets you know that he's not as mentally checked in as he should be. You know what I mean? Like this is something
Facts.
that's reoccurring, and it keeps happening and happening and happening, and you really don't have nobody to blame but yourself, not the rest of the offensive line, not the quarterback, not even the defensive lineman in front of you. That's a mental lapse on your part.
Iggy stopped being bottom already. Damn, Roadmaster. All right, cool, 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 cool. All right. So let's go back and get to this one. All right, well, cuz that's all we got for tonight. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. I see our good buddy. Hey, NDJ man, let me tell you, I need you to
MDJ.
start pulling up earlier in these lives, man. You making some good comments, but you always you always jumping in on the end, good buddy. He said it's bigger than a draft pick. We need this mentality of fighting and not laying down to carry over. Keep pounding, and it all will fall into place. I'd rather be solid in mind than a lottery pick. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me put some crowd applause in it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, that is a hell of a comment right there, MDJ. A hell of a comment. I like that last part. I'd rather be solid in mind than a lottery pick. Let me tell you, I need you to
That's
I
true.
need you to shout that to the masses, dog. I'm telling you, that's yes. Yes, solid in mind than a lottery pick. I definitely agree. Definitely
You
agree.
definitely need to tell that to all these tanking fans. Like, I need them to pick what side of
Yeah.
the fence they gonna be on to stay their ass over there. Cause
Yeah.
you can't talk about wanting to win but tank at the same time. That shit don't equal out.
Oh, and you know what? And speaking of switching sides, I keep hearing a lot of people talking about people flip flopping. You know, like if you wasn't with Bryce before, don't be with Bryce now. And I did want to say one thing on that. All right, everybody has an opinion. Okay, everybody has an
Mhm.
opinion. Everybody has the right to change their opinion. Okay, I can talk slap junk about something, okay, and then it's okay. You know what? I'm a big nerd. All right, I'm a computer nerd. I love messing with computers. I love gaming, all type of stuff like that. So you can have a game or a product or something. I'm dealing with that right now. There's a game that I play called Farming Simulator. As crazy as that sounds, all right? But it just came out last week, and it's kind of choppy. Okay, game I love. I've been playing it since 2013. And you know, it usually happens every time a new game come out. But what's the first thing they do? They bring in updates. You bring in updates, upgrades, and you know everything. What? Oh my god.
You talking about MDJ?
Oh my goodness. Yo, Lord have mercy. Okay,
Oh
let me
my
try.
bad.
You good, Tony? You
I'm
good? That was a good one. You was good. But you know,
uh,
so you get something that starts off and then it doesn't go the way you want to at first. Things happen. Bryce gets benched. He gets another perspective of what he needs to do. Okay. And so he come back and he's playing better. And I say all that to say, I don't have an issue with people changing their minds. You know, the thing is, the only thing that bugs me is the people that come out here and be like, oh, well, you know, well, Bryce is doing good. Bryce is doing good. Yeah, see, I told y'all, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. No, my thing is, if you were wrong, admit you were wrong. Because hold on, let me show y'all this right here. I got this thing right here that my wife made me, and I had my ticket. It said all aboard the Bryce Ain't It Express because that's the way I felt earlier on in the season for a minute. I honestly thought that he was not going to be it, and we are probably going to be looking for a quarterback based on those first two games. Okay, but we've
mhm.
further along in the season, Bryce is playing better. But the first thing I will say is I admit that was my take earlier. Okay, and hopefully,
Right.
hopefully I'll continue to be wrong about it. All right, so that's just my thought on that. I've seen a lot of people catching hell today about flip flopping and make sure you stay on that side of the fence, this and that. And I just want to say, hey, everybody got the right to change their minds. But my thing is, don't be the person out here that wants to jump on the bandwagon and pretend like you've been on the bandwagon the whole time. There's always room on the bandwagon. Just admit what you said before, and then jump your happy ass on right up here with the rest of us. And it's all love. Okay. So I don't know. That was on my mind. So my bad, y'all.
Gotcha.
All right, cuz let me get to a couple more comments in here. CJ Line, he played Lawnmower Simulator. You know what? I thought about it, but I haven't played that one. I've seen it. Hey, crazy thing is they have a simulator for everything. Y'all remember that game Storage? That show Storage Wars? There's a Storage Wars simulator, and I ain't gonna lie, I've been damn tempted to download and try and play it. So yeah, they got a simulator for everything. Trust me. I'm telling y'all, when I say I am a nerd, I love the game. I'm being honest. All right. Miss Hunky Dory said we can flip flop because stuff changes. You can't be solid all the time. Yep. Look, he said he's trying his best not to. You know what? And you actually right. There was one comment when I was talking. I could see the avatar right there, and I was like, "Let me keep looking at this camera because I don't know what the hell in the car is saying." Oh, Romance said I put away my PlayStation when that BS started happening on Call of Duty. What BS you talking about? You know what? I played Call of Duty one time consistently, and that was when the first time me and my son caught COVID. For about a week I was on Call of Duty, big time, and I ain't really picked it up since. Let me see. LOL using super chat money to be weed and feed in the game. He said to buy weed and feed. Hey, I'll have you know, Mr. Hunky Dory, I earned all of that money in game, sir. In game. The car says, CJ, when we run the co-op on Farming Simulator, I'm not mature enough. I just get a tractor and ride around. Hey, look, holla at your boy, holla at me on Twix. Hey, I got you, because I mean that is an option. We really can do that. So if you want to, if you're being serious, I got you. All right. Oh my goodness. Hey man, look, I'm a country boy at heart, man. I'm a country boy at heart. My daddy farmed. I grew up on driving a tractor, so some things just can't get out your system.
You talking to me? I don't know that.
No, I'm talking to the people. I'm talking to the people. Yeah.
To me. I'm like,
no, B. Amos, I'm back on the Bryce train. Panther Dog. By the way, Trumbull had a false start, which made us kick a field goal. Okay. All right. I get it out on Panther Dog. I get it out. Okay. All right. Let me see. I'm still the number 2 Bryce hater, but credit go where credit. Oh, got you, Roadmaster.
Yeah. This next one I ain't called. They said
CJ Tone, you get a pass because you two was originally on Bryce train all off season before the season. Remember your nickname was two. Hey, thank you, Carl. Thank you, Carl. Yeah. Yes, we were dubbed 2 Bryces in the stands.
Yes,
we definitely were. And that was our good buddy Q over at Black Cat Panther Podcast. And shout out to Q, Goat, Poppin, who else? Logic, D'Angelo, all the people, MDJ, everybody over there. Great podcast. Love them guys to death. I always not message Q all the time, but definitely when I have a question about some things, I always give Q a holler, and he's always a good help. So shout out to them. But yes, Q definitely dubbed us 2 Bryces in the stands, and I can't lie, that was hilarious then, and it's still funny.
Yeah.
All right, Paul. Great game yesterday, and this team is getting to be fun to watch again. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, and I hope it continues. Hope it continues. Rock says the problem was nobody wanted to sit their prize quarterback, especially a number 1 draft pick. Facts. Speaking of number 1 draft picks, if things continue the way they're going, Jacksonville might be the first team to pick at number 1 3 times in a 5-year span. They might be the first team to do that as well. They took Trevor Lawrence, what's a man named Walker, and then if they do it again, they'll take somebody else. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and Paul, happy Thanksgiving to all you guys and fellow posters. Yes, happy
Happy
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving.
everybody. Look, right before we went live, my wife was putting the menu together. So I got a turkey to smoke and some ribs to smoke, and yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Fat boy is ready. All right, yeah. Hold on, I ain't playing that. Hit me up when they make Sir Per simulate.
Oh
Oh
my
God.
God.
Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. Tony, any last words before we get up out of here? Cause
Nah, man. Just hope that the team continues to build on this momentum that they have created for themselves. Bryce continued to get better. Um, you saw a better cohesiveness between Bryce and Dave Canales as they continue to grow and grow together. I think it's going to do wonders for this team going forward. So I just hope that we continue to see what we saw Sunday,
mm-hmm.
the rest of the season and beyond.
Okay, bet. All right, so before we get out of here, again, thank you to everybody that joined us tonight. Great episode. Had a lot of fun with you guys. Thank you for all the comments. Um, Roadmaster, you were a absolute you were absolutely killing it in the comments tonight. We appreciate you. You know, you started from start to finish. Got some good clips from you. I'll definitely be trying to put some of those out. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Again, you can check us all out on social. You can check us out on all social media. All right, at Two Fans in the Stands and over on X, you can catch us at Two Fans ITS. On your way out, please hit that like button. Give us a follow on X. Give us a like on Facebook. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Like the stream. It'll help us out with the algorithm. Again, shout out to all our channel members who have decided to join our family. Okay, and if you want to join the family, I think the link will be in the description of this video. All right, and again, we
Yeah.
appreciate all the love and support from everybody out there. And as always, hold on, let me see when the next stream, so I can ask when the next stream so I actually make it. Friday. We're probably going to do it early on Friday because, as like most of us, I'm gonna be at the house trying to recover and continue to stuff myself with the leftovers from the day before. All right, so we'll probably do it early on Friday. So I'm going to be trying to cancel out the equation and then. Okay, hey, we got you, Carl. So make sure you all
Yeah.
22 so you show Brady. Got you. Hey, I'm definitely gonna be looking for that one. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, and Paul, yeah, all have a safe holiday. Catch up Friday. Yes. Everybody out there, before I get to my usual ending, happy Thanksgiving. Okay? Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Take some
Thanksgiving.
time, spend some time with your family, enjoy it. And if you haven't, tell your family you love them. Okay? Again, as always, we appreciate you for joining us. And as usual, like leave you with three things. Number one, y'all be safe. Number two, y'all be good. And number three, as always, Panther Nation, get the green beans, potatoes, tomatoes, yam, ram, hog dog, everything that Shirley Caesar said, and keep pounding, man. We'll see y'all on Friday. Peace.